Hi friends, Marlene here with Uniquely Ella. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, I'm Uniquely Ella everywhere, on Instagram where I post almost every day, YouTube, my Facebook page, everywhere. I'm really excited today. I want to show you a little project that I did using my latest digitals. Well, actually not. These digitals have been out for about 2 to 3 weeks, but I have some new digitals that I just put out 10 minutes ago that I want to share with you and show you. But first of all, I want to thank everyone that has purchased this kit. It's been so many of you. I couldn't believe how many people. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And a couple of you, couple of my friends, have already used the kits and they're beautiful. And I posted, I shared some of the videos over on my Instagram. Whenever you use any of my kits, tag me on Instagram and I will share your project, because I want to get inspired. I want to see your take on what I did, what I created. I want to see how you interpret it, how you put it together. So I want to thank everyone that's purchased that kit. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that. Okay, guys, if you like this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and I would also appreciate if you share it, send it to a friend or something. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you I'll go back to this because the project that I want to share with you, I did with this kit. But let me show you the new kit. I just show you real quick. That way I don't have to do 2 videos, that I can just share with you. They're totally different. I got my fix on both colors, tone, color scheme thing. They're totally different. So this is the one that I'm going to share the project with, and I'm going to show you real quick the one that I just posted like 5 minutes ago. This collection is called La Madonna, which is like mother and child mostly, but a lot of the Madonna just by herself. And the collection has 5 kits. The one that I'm going to show you now only has 3 kits. But let me just show you that real quick, and then I'll come back to this one. Okay. This one has just 3 kits, and it's called A Pink and Teal Christmas. And I love how they turned out. Let me first show you the collage pages, which I call them collage pages, but they can be journal pages this way, not the long skinny, but this way. They can be added, because I also did some really fun journal pages. Let me see if I can find them. Yeah, so I can share with you. Let me show you the collage pages first, and then I'll show you the journal pages. These can be added to the regular journal pages, because for this kit I did not do... I've had a lot of requests for just regular journal pages, and I always forget. So I said this time, since the other kit has the tall, skinny pages, I decided to do this one in just regular journal pages. And I love these images. I've played with these images before, but they just take a life of their own when you introduce other things to them. They just turn out like totally different. And I'm a pink girl, so I'm like in love. I like traditional Christmas, but I'm like in love with this one too. Look how pretty. Let me see. So I like to mix, and I like to add, like my collage pages are kind of like a lot to absorb, but I think they're so pretty. And these are nice to tear and even turn them into little tags. Like this image, I would love to turn that into a tag. I would love it. Okay, there's this page. And you're going to see some of the pages, some of the images kind of like repeated, because I didn't want to introduce too many new images. I wanted to kind of work. That's how I usually work when I design my kits. I'll pick up a handful of background pages or background pages. I call them background pages 1, which is the first layer that goes in the back. And then the second layer, I call them background pages 2, which is a lot of just the small talk that I kind of want in the background, and then the main images that I want to kind of bring to the surface and pop up. So those main images that are in the surface pop up, I have challenged myself to keep them to a minimal, because I can get carried away. So I don't want to keep introducing new images. So you're going to see the same images kind of like popped in different angles, with different backgrounds, with different shadows, with different filtration. You'll see them throughout. I love that. And a lot of these, some of these are images that I've found, but most of the background and some of the images are from the Graphic Fairy. I love them, and they're great resources, as you guys already know. I love that sweet image. And I like the introduction of the teal and blue. And these kind of swirl thingies. I love using that. I use them all the time. Okay, let me show you. Another 2 pages in here. Look at that one. See, I use that image again. I love that candy cane. I can go on and talk about that. This is a Graphic Fairy image, and it's a crown. It's supposed to be a crown, so I just erased the bottom and kind of use it like, I don't know, I'm thinking like it's like a little gigantic halo. I don't know, but I just love it. And then pop the angel right on top. I love that. I love that so much. I think I gave it to you in the Ephemera pack, in the Ephemera kit. And this sweet little girl, I think she might be in the Ephemera. And I love the pop of pink here. And there's that image again, so pretty. And then you get a background page. So these are the collage pages for the pink and teal Christmas kit. So now let me show you the journal pages. And I kept those a little simple because I usually like to keep the journal pages a little bit more simple so you can actually journal in them. So, and these I think are like 10 or 12 pages. This is a lot of pages, but they're in the store. You'll see how many. See, same images. I just played with them a little bit different and then gave you some empty spots. That one, I love this edging. And I like these so much because what happens when I design my kits, I think I mentioned that in a previous video, I never get to play with them because by the time I'm done designing and getting things organized, the season's over. But not this time. This time I started a new journal. Let me see if I can give you a little peek at it. I'm not going to give you a lot, but just a quick little peek. This is a new journal that I've started, and I am determined. This is all I've done so far, not a whole lot. I've only done this. Let me just quickly show you. This is from Ida Jane Design. I love her shop. I'm going to link her underneath. I have some things here from Ruby and Pearl. I love her shop too. Actually, I'm going to link when I do the official journal flip, because I still, you know, as you can see, this is what one of my naked journals look like. No embellishment. This video is really all over the place. This is from Ruby and Pearl. So and these are my new ones. So when I do the official flip of the journal, I'll show you. This is what I chose for the center. I'll show you. I'll link underneath the other artists that I use their things. But I just wanted to show you quickly. This is, I love her. And then I created little pockets and tucks. So this journal, hopefully, I have it here. I'm going to play with this. Hopefully, I will get to play with this afternoon. After I finish this video, I'm going to turn life off. That means my phone, everything. I'm going to call my mom, do whatever I got to do. And then I'm just turning life off because I want to just devour this journal and just work on it. So I'm so happy. So this time is not happening. This is Ruby and Pearl, really pretty. I thought it went well with the collection. So this time I am going to get to play with my digitals no matter what, guys. I wanted my goals to finish that in a few days. Okay, so let's just keep going. Another journal page. I think this is my favorite journal page because I love this whole thing. Let me show you another one. It's a large, doesn't have a lot of kits, but it's a large, the collection, doesn't have a lot of different kits, but each kit is kind of a lot. Here, lots of blanks. space. Lots of blank space. So these colors, I don't want to say they're pretty neutral, but they kind of go like you saw. I matched them up with 2 other designers. They can go with they can be like, I'm using them as my focal pages on my journal, but all the little inserts and all the little add-ons, I can use other collections from other graphic artists. Like I said, by the time I get to them, I'm like, oh, I don't have time. I love, these were fun to make. These were so fun to make. I was telling my husband that when I was learning to design digitals, it took me like a month because I'm not, techie savvy. It took me a month to figure out how to put, they call it masking, but it took me forever how to take an image or a silhouette of something and insert something in it and not let it come out. Like just insert it in it. It sounds easy, but it was not. Okay, this one. And then you have 2 background pages. Actually, this one I faded a little bit. Not as much as this background, but I did fade it. But it's so pretty, you can probably use it as a real page if you wanted to. So now, for my favorite collection, which was the digitals. Oh, I love these. Look how pretty they turned out. Look at this envelope. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So yeah, what I was telling my husband was to insert what I wanted to insert, in the template, but keep the image in the template and not let it come out. Now it's real hard for me to learn. But now I got it down to a science. This one I love because, again, I use that favorite little spot that I like. And then the cute little girl that I like. And then I gave you some just loose favorite images of mine that you can just cut up or do whatever you like. That one, I love that. And then I went ahead and I did a tree. I love that tree. And then the ornaments, I really like the ornaments. A reindeer and a little birdie, and then you get a background page. So have I done anything else with this kit? I don't think so. I don't think so. Let me just take a look and see if I've done anything to it. Well, I'll share something I've done with it. I'm not quite finished, but I'll share the process. First of all, I cut my little ornaments up and I tuck them. What did I use? I used this little pocket right here, which is really pretty, and you fold it or whatever, and this is what I came up. I don't know if this is going to be like a floating thing or what, but I just tucked some vintage ledger. Guys, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm all over the place. I am so excited because my nephew let me have, oh my God, he let me have a vintage, sorry, I'm everywhere with this, but I know you guys understand me. He gifted me this gigantic ledger thing, but it's in Spanish. It's in Spanish, from 1911, and it's in Spanish. He gifted me that one, which is gorgeous, and this one. Wait a minute, it's upside down. So you're going to be seeing a lot of this. Look how beautiful. Look at this one. This one's in Spanish. This is, at first I thought it was French, but I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I know Spanish. This is Spanish. From 1920. Right? Look. I think this might have been Spain. I don't know if it says Spain or not. I don't know. It says this. It says this. I guess that's just, they're telling you that this was originally like a blank book. But anyway, he gifted me that among these other French books that are to die for. This, oh, I love this. I might scan that, the little roosters. That's what this one says. But when I saw this, I was so, look at how pretty the edges are. Oh my God, I was like, oh. Debit. Debit means that. Debit. And this must be negative and positive. Oh my God. I had to like think about it, but then I was like, no, wait a minute, this is Spanish. Isn't it beautiful? I'm so excited. And I just remember, and I have them next to my desk because I'm going to be, so I just remember that because I added a little vintage page here. And then he also gave me like a plain, he gave me, I think he gave me like a plain ledger. And what else did he give me? Something else. He gave me one of this. And this is also in Spanish, I think. Yeah. Another ledger. So I am so excited about this, guys. I know that you guys get me. I'm so happy about that. I've seen them in English and I've seen them in French. I've never seen them in any other language. Now I got them in Spanish. Hello, I'm so happy. As if you didn't know I'm Spanish, so... so this little pocket, I just added a little bit of some of my shabby little laces and just tuck some of the vintage little ephemera. This is a little French book he also gifted me, and I almost cried when I pulled the page, but I did it. Look at this. And it's I think it's like lambskin or something. It's beautiful. And it's a little French book. Look at that. It's so gorgeous. I love it. I love this so much. So, and he gave me a whole bunch of other ones that are also vintage. A German one, another French one. And I'm so happy. But anyway, I tuck that little page in there. One of the ornaments. Just kind of peeking through right here. And then this is not from my collection. And I forgot who this is from. But I tucked that in here. Oh, we got stuck. Well, I don't want to tear it. I don't want to tear it, but it's in there. I want to do a little bit of heat with the glue gun and then just kind of poke it out. But I got that little thing in there. So this is ready to go on those journals, on that journal that I show you. And then I took the tag. I didn't want to do the tag and the pocket together, so I did the tag as his own thing. So I did this with the tag. I put some, this paper back here is like tissue paper or like a glassine paper that I tea-dyed. Just created that, my pocket. And then just tuck some cuties in here. This is from another designer, but I thought it went well. And then that's the tag that you're looking at. And I might put a little dangle here. I think I will. I think I'm going to dangle something pink or blue. So that's what I created with this one. Okay, so this is the ephemera from the Pink and Teal Christmas collection. So now, ta-da! Okay, friends, now for the reason of this video was to show you the other project that I did with La Madonna collection. This is a larger collection, but I'm going to quickly show you. These are the collage pages for this collection. And I went with that, like a traditional Christmas. This is beautiful. But you know what? Let me know underneath, which collection do you prefer? The traditional colors, this one, or the other one, the teal and pink, the Pink and Teal Christmas. Let me know what are your favorites and what do you like to work with. That'll give me some feedback on what to do. That one. But these, like I said, these can be used as journal pages like this. See? These can be used as journal pages like this. Why not? And you can mix them up with the add-on pages. I'll show you that in a minute. But I call them like collage pages. Look how pretty that is. This one. This one. And a background page. Okay, so let me show you. These are the collage pages. Let me show you the tall pages. These. These are the tall pages, and I meant them to be used like that. Like that. Okay. That one. And also, I kind of designed this kit, especially the add-on pages. And the reason I remember is because I used this last year. This one piece of fabric illustration is what I used last year in a kit that was also very popular that a lot of you have purchased this year, and I'm very grateful for. It's called a Christmas ball. And a lot of my friends designed with it. Thank you so much. You know who you are. And I kind of meant for this kit to kind of blend in a little bit with the Christmas ball kit from last year, but not so much the Madonna pages, but the add-on pages. So if you see this on my last year's kit, Christmas ball, that's the reason why I introduced it in this year's kit. I love this because I like this green. And that's such a beautiful profile. I used her here in a little smaller than here. I just loved her. These are my favorite Madonna illustrations. But I think my favorite page is this one. I love that page. This one. And then you get two background pages. You get this one and this one. And these are the journal pages. So now I'm going to show you the add-on pages. And I think these can go with lots of other kids, not just this kid's. Because they're kind of basic. I didn't put any just back, almost like, you'll see. See? They're more plain. They don't have pictures of anything. Just the papers themselves. So this whole kit, which is called the add-on kit, can easily be mixed with last year's Christmas ball kit. Because same color scheme. And I love these pages. And again, these are meant to be used on a tall, skinny journal. But they can also be used on a regular journal. So these can go both ways. That one. That one. Pretty, pretty. That one. I love this. I think this one's my favorite from this kit. I love that because it's both colors in one page. So lots of pages to choose from and hopefully be inspired. I added these as like, I made these background pages on the other kit because they're faded, but here I just added them as like extra pages, like nice and sharp. Just extra add-on pages. And then these are the background for this kit. And as you can see, my backgrounds are all faded. So that's the add-on kit. Okay, now I added this small little kit called, it's like images, but I'll show you, where you have all the images that I used on the kit. First, I gave them to you kind of small, so I resized them for you. And then I made some bigger, like this one. And then I also popped some even bigger. And I went and I made them like a different size. So they're the images that I used in the pages. But I already went and isolated them for you and made them in different sizes. So you have them there for you. You can turn them into journaling cards. The sky's the limit. You can scatter them throughout. You can use them on in another kit. There's just so much. Now, this is the reason for this video, because I want to show you what I did with these. I had so much fun. This is the ephemera. I have so much fun creating this one. I had so much fun with these Christmas ornaments and inserting that in there. I love it. This is like a little page edger, or you can use it as a little, like, you know, like on one of those little dangles if you like. I mean, this is just, I try not to leave any blank space just so that you get the most out of your page. But I love that border. This one, I always try, but I don't always do it. I love these little miniature file folders. I've always had. I have the die for them. I just love them. So I always try to add them if I can in some of my collections because I think they're a little whimsical and I don't know, I get to play with them a lot. So I'm going to show you what I did with mine. This one is a larger envelope. I'll show you what I did with that one too. Some reds. Another border. I like that. These ornaments I like too. So you get two sheets of ornaments. You get the round ornaments and then you get those. And I like them both. I use them both. I'll show you. I gave you these pretty ladies. Just to they're not in any other journal pages or anything, but I like their colors and I figure you can use them for something else in an envelope, tuck them in a pocket, a tuck, wherever you like. And another border here. I think they're so pretty. And then I gave you some cutouts. These are always fun to add them to a cluster or anything you like. I like to add them to clusters. And I turned one of these journaling card into something I'll show you in a minute. And a background page. So, this is the ephemera from La Madonna kit from this year. So let me show you what I did with my ephemera from here. Okay, so let's get going. Here we go. Okay, friends, let me show you how I changed a little bit, how I alter a little bit the ephemeras and what I did with mine. I went with the gold theme because there's a lot of gold in here. And I used this material that I've had forever. It's kind of like a mesh, but it's like real shiny, very pretty. I mean, really nice. I used that. I used some gold thread that I've had forever, and I love using that. I didn't want to jam up my sewing machine because it's really old. But it worked really well. And then I'm like obsessed lately with crepe paper. I don't know why. I've been using it a lot lately. And I like to ruffle it up. And I like to do... This one's really vintage. I've had this for... The newer ones are a little bit thicker. And the other day I was out. My husband took me somewhere. And we stopped... I think we stopped at a thrift shop or something. And I found some more. So, and this is all I had left, but now I have more. I love this. So I'll use some, and that's all I use. And a little bit of, that's pretty much it, and some charms and things that I had. So let me show you what I did first of all with my take on the envelope, which I love the envelope. Let me see. Let me just show you this envelope. Okay, I didn't want it to be so crispy, so of course I went ahead and de-stressed it a little bit. And this is what I came up with. I hope it's focusing. And I went ahead and de-stressed it a little bit. I still need to put more things in there. But I added some of this trim that I don't have a whole lot left, but I added a little bit of it. I made a little ruffled, little kind of like a fan in the back with the crepe paper. Added a little bit of this, and this was a little charm that I've had for the longest time that I wanted to add on that. Thought it went well. It has a little bit of the red, and I really like that. And I think I'm going to tie like a piece of string or something around it, or baker's twine or something when I finish it. And I'm not sure where this is going to go, but I had to play with it, even if it's just like a little bit. So that's that one. Then I went and I altered the file folders. I love these file folders. They're so cute. I went ahead and I ran a stitch. I put a little bit of this, it almost feels velvety, like a shiny velvety ribbon. added a little cluster here. I have one layer here, another layer here, and then I had this little charm thing, metal. I had to cut something in the back. I had like a little pokey thing in the back. I cut it off, and I just wanted just a little touch of the gold. So that's that one. And then, of course, I had to do the little file folder. How adorable is this? It's so cute. Look, same thing. I did the sewing on the side. I put a tiny little trim right here that I had. And then I just added a little bit of that gold see-through fabric. And then this is an earring that I cut the back off. And I just put it there. I think it looks so cute. How adorable is this? And I intend to use it with a little paper clip on a little cluster or something. And then for the ornament, this one, these, and these. I wanted to create some shakers, guys. I've never done Christmas shakers before. I think I did shakers one time a long, long time ago when I first started with the scrapbooking thing. And they were not, you know, I think they were like, I don't know, Valentine's maybe. But look, I turned them into shakers and I'm in love with them. How cute is that? I've got the image in the back. I went ahead and added this fabric. This is the fabric that I use on top. Then I went ahead and I sewed it all around, left a little opening in the front where the little star's at. And then I trimmed it. First I trimmed it, and then I stuffed all the little beads and all the little doodads in there. Then I had to close my little opening here, so I added a little bit of this gold little fiber thing that I have going on, and this little gold star, and put a little, and this can be definitely an ornament. And then in the back I went ahead and I added some of the crepe paper that I went ahead and I ruffled up and punch a little something, just to a little book page, just to kind of cover the back. But this can be a little ornament. How cute is that? I think I'm going to put this in my tree or in a textile bundle, or maybe I'll put it in one of my bundles that are getting ready to come out. I don't know. So I did this one. I think I did them all. I did this one, which is another image. Same concept. This one, same way. So pretty. Then I did the biggest one. This one is my favorite, biggest round one, because I can see her face. And then I can move things around and really see like her nose and her profile and everything. And then I can move it back. I love these, they're so cute. So I did that one. That's the bag. And I hung it up. So if you make any Christmas ornaments with yours, please tag me on Instagram and let me know. And then with these other ornaments, I didn't put any crepe paper on these. I just left them a little bit more plain. I did these, same concept. I love the star on the top. This is the little one. This one, I think I have a little one, a medium and a large, just like I did with the round ones. This one's the medium one. I like this one on the medium one. I love it. Same thing. Here I used, on top I used some of this fabric because I didn't use crepe paper, so I want to add a little something. So I went ahead and gave it another layer of this. No, in the back I used the fabric. Yeah, and this one in the back I used the fabric, where this one, the round ones, I did with the crepe paper. Yeah, I forgot what I did. But yeah, I thought they were like, they needed a little something to them. And then this one's the large one. And I think she's so pretty. The large one is beautiful. That one's the large one, and that's the back. And then I took these two journaling cards and I turned them into gigantic shakers. Why not? And this is what I came up with, and I love them. They're so fun. I added the crepe paper like this on the bottom. I went ahead and I sewed all the way around the mesh. and put a little bit of the of that tinsel that I had. And I had 2 of these little stone things, so that worked out really nice. And I like it because it has the gold, but it also has the clear. And then in here, I have clear and gold, so I love that. Oh, these are so much fun to make. And then I made another one with the other one. This one's my favorite square one, because I added some of these larger snowflakes. Same concept. These are fun. So I have, and I did get to use some of my kits for some projects, so I'm happy about that. So I hope you got a little something from this video. Again, if you make anything with any of my stuff, just tag me on Instagram, because I really, really want to see it. If you do a video, tag me on the video. Anything that you do, just tag me. Also, let me know. I really want to know what you guys think. Did you like the teal and pink, or did you like the traditional Christmas kit? Which one did you like best? Which one's like your number 1? Let me know. Okay guys, thanks for watching. God bless. Bye bye.